Why don't we open this meeting of the Berlin Board of Health Tuesday, March 21st, being conducted on Zoom. But any and all participation is welcomed and we will make it happen as appropriate. I spent about 45 minutes at the transfer station today with Fred Cummings. I had talked to him yesterday. I had a small list of things just to make sure he and I are on the same page. One was bringing a new desk down for Stan. Second one was just reminding him that this summer we need to do crack sealing down there.
Crack sealing?
Yeah, in the asphalt.
Oh, okay.
Crack sealing.
Sealant?
Yep.
Okay.
The liquid tar they put in. Latex tar, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Also talked to him about maybe using the backhoe to crush down the metal and bulk containers, and maybe doing that once when they're about 3/4 full, and then second time when they are full, right before they get hauled. And he didn't have a problem with that.
I noticed someone had knocked it in, Paul. You know,
What?
someone did pack it a week or so ago with the.
Well,
with the
they went in, but used forks on the loader, and you're not going to do much with forks.
I see. Yeah.
That's
Not
not going to
quite.
show much for results. They either
No.
need to use the concrete block, but their backhoe has what they call a thumb on it. And
Yeah.
I know with that, you could do some damage in those containers. You could massage the load pretty good. So
Right.
I think that's what they'll be doing. There's a storage container that we were going to mothball. Pete was going to mothball, never did get up to Vaughn's, got taken out of the line, but it's still somewhat serviceable. So he's going to put it back in place, because now that we're accumulating bags, bottles, and cans, we may need the storage space.
Oh, that's a
And
good idea.
it'll just make things look a little neater down there. And then he and I
Sure.
talked about the grounds, and they're going to be a little more aggressive in their brush cutting and mowing down there, because Fred's of similar mind that it would be nice if this was just neat and organized looking down there all the time. So, and in so many words, he's, let's just say he's very happy and encouraged with the new operation
personnel.
at the transfer station.
Yeah.
Good.
And evening, Bill.
Hello, how are you?
Good. So that's it on the TS. I also talked to him, when the time comes, we can approach him about hauling bottles and cans and see what we can work out. No promises were made, but he's open to it. And that's step one as far as I'm concerned. So we're good there.
Sure.
All right.
Can we start with the COVID warning on the town?
Yes,
What?
good idea.
What is that?
Our annual town report had a COVID warning telling everybody they're immunocompromised, should wear a mask and stuff like that. And since they're kind of ending COVID, the town asked if they can, do they have to continue putting that COVID warning on the annual report? I think they could leave it off.
That's what I emailed them. Personally, I don't think it's necessary anymore. But that's really, I wanted the whole board to weigh in on that.
Bob,
I have no problem. I have no problem with that. No, not at all.
Yeah, all right.
what do you think, Bill?
I'm on the fence. I mean, it's still out there, but it's not rampant. But I guess it doesn't hurt. Is there a plus or a minus to doing it as far as cost or anything goes?
I don't think it's a cost issue. I think somebody may be coming from a perspective issue or what we're trying to put forth to the public.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that, and I can see that door swinging two ways.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, personally, I took my mom to the doctor's the other day, got a mask up to enter the building and go through the appointment. So there's still situations where masks are required,
Right.
not
Right.
recommended. So
Right.
I don't know, keep it on someone's mind. It doesn't hurt, but
You know, even if they could put just maybe reduce the message, but COVID isn't totally gone.
Yeah.
You know, something. I don't
Well,
know.
Paul can speak from experience. Bill
Yes,
can speak
exactly.
from experience.
Yeah.
Bob, you've never had it, right?
Had it once.
Oh, you've had it once.
Yeah, lightly, yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
had it.
Donna and I.
don't
we
jinx
had
yourself.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
That's good. That's because Donna spends all her time cruising the seas. you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
In a big petri dish, no less.
Yeah.
Well,
and
my
she
sister
hasn't
came
gotten
back
that.
with it though. My
What's
sister,
that?
yeah, she came back from her cruise with
Oh,
COVID,
did she?
Oh no.
and I did not.
Wow.
So I don't like people. I try and stay away from them.
You lick enough elevator buttons, you get immune, right?
Well, even when my daughter had it, we commuted back and forth 20 minutes each way. Never got it from her. So
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna knock on wood here just in case. So, you know.
Right.
Well, what say the board? I mean,
Get off
do we
that.
have a firm
Get off that.
feeling one way or another?
Is that in our message, Paul, or can we just put it in our yearly message like it's still around?
Well, they're talking
take it
the
off of
cover, they're talking the cover of the
I
town
know,
report. That's above and beyond us.
Yeah.
I would say it's not necessary at this point. Because if you don't know at this point, apparently you don't have too many brain cells.
Well, there is that.
I mean,
Okay
our
with
numbers,
whatever.
we no longer get like exact numbers each month, each week. We're always
Right.
less than 5. So we could
Right.
have maybe one case in the whole town. But the numbers have been very low, even for the state. The numbers are very low. And this is March. This is not July or August. It's March.
Hmm.
And they're very low.
I thought I addressed COVID to some degree in the annual town report, but I honestly don't remember, so I've got to review it. But if the board is amicable, I'll talk to whoever this email came from. I don't even remember. Kristen.
Yeah.
Just talk to her and see if there's a way of still communicating
Right.
awareness
yeah.
without being alarming.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I am on it. I agree 100% with awareness, but I know how people can get alarmed so easily that, you know, I don't know. It's difficult for me.
Well,
Anyway.
adding a message into the blurb, I think is a good idea. Paul.
Yeah, let
Yeah,
me
keep
talk,
the
let me talk to her and I'll keep you all posted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Keep the information out there, but not a focal point.
Right,
You know?
exactly, Bill, exactly.
Right.
It hasn't gone away, so, you know, don't fall asleep on this one. folks.
Donna and I still put out COVID tests
Right,
every week,
and they keep
Every week.
disappearing.
and they keep
Right.
disappearing. I'm only doing it 'cause
Good.
we have so many that,
Yeah.
you know, I want to get rid of some of those boxes. So,
Yeah, we gotta start a new box and start stickering them. I'll work on that this weekend.
okay.
I mean, my twisted brain, I like the saying COVID gone but not forgotten, but that's not completely true, so.
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
Right.
Right.
And humor. Anyway, Bill, why don't you start with your list, please?
We kept lot 11 Lancaster Road on. I do have that letter drafted, but I was unable to email it to the board for review, so I'll do that this week. Just take a look at it and comment before I
Okay.
mail it out. That would reflect the variances that were approved and the variance that was denied.
Denied.
Last Friday, I spoke to the owner and the engineer, and they will be coming back to us with another plan and a different list of variances, attempting to use an IA system to possibly get the primary and reserve 100 feet from the wetlands But maybe with other variance requests, like less than 10 feet between primary and reserve, things like that. So we'll keep it on the agenda and wait to see what comes in.
Okay, and just for board knowledge, Bill and I walked that lot yesterday. I was curious.
Oh.
I was just personally curious to see what the heck we were dealing with here, and
Yeah.
it's a challenging spot. Anyway, 275 Central, Bill, is that the old Tavares property?
No, actually, it's the house
Taylor's?
just after Fosgate. So it's the one that's between Fosgate and the on-ramp to 495 South.
You mean
The
you mean
greenhouse?
Taylor
Yep.
Road?
Yep.
Okay.
Taylor Road, right, Billy?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
not
Taylor.
Fo-
Yes.
The old Taylor
Um,
house, yeah.
Right,
Yep. So the person that bought that, we did testing and there's an approved permit for a 3-bedroom upgrade. There's a cesspool there. But the person that bought it wants to use it as a office, which I guess needs ZBA approval. So they need a letter from the board indicating septic and well are adequate. I spoke to the owner, and the only change that was necessary, and I have received, is a design calculation revision. So instead of showing it as a 3-bedroom dwelling, it's now shown as an X square foot office. So the office flow is much less than the bedroom flow. So there's really no issues with it. It's all nice deep dry sand and gravel, 2-minute soils. So I don't know if we should email or draft a letter, just something to ZBA, letting them know that septic and well are adequate for the proposal.
Yeah, it is gonna get a new septic though, Billy, that plan we saw, right? That you-
Yeah, it's got an approved plan with a
Yeah.
tank and pump chamber and a trench
Yeah.
system. Again, all we had to have is
Yeah.
a revision showing that the office flow is actually the same, or in this case, less than the design for the bedrooms.
Sure. No, it looked like a good plan.
We can get it out.
yeah, I have no issue.
I have no issue. Used to call that Taylor's Island. It was
Yeah.
You
before
should have bought that property. Then you could be on a trailer on Trailer Road.
Oh, Taylor,
Taylor Road.
Well, we could
Yeah.
change it
Close.
to
yeah,
trailer.
you could change it, you could
That's right.
get up there with a magic marker and put an
There
R
you
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and so also ZBA 100 Carter Street. Did I have Seth email you that plan? So yeah, I think
Yeah, I
I
think
forwarded
so.
it too. So there might be
Actually,
something we can share there.
I can share that.
So this is the old Susanna's restaurant, Danny's Home Cooking.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess since then it's
Yeah.
now offices and a garage, and probably still some residential use. It's always been kind of a mixed use. So the
Right.
engineer has proposed or given us a letter and a plan. The letter shows, here's the letter, it indicates again, the although there is an increase in flow to the existing system, it does fall beneath the approved design flow. It has 2 septic tanks in series, so tanks aren't an issue. I told the engineer and see if the board agrees that I think a Title V inspection would be wise because we're increasing flow to an existing system. But I said that, I was recommending it, but if the board chose to require it, that would be part of our comments to ZBA.
Although, I believe that's I'm gonna call it reasonably new system, 10, 12 years ago.
I've got the file here. Hold on, I can
Paul
tell you
Wheeler did
in
it.
2 seconds. It was done in 2000.
Oh, all right. Time flies.
Well,
It
Paul,
sure
whenever you
does,
estimate
Paul.
time, if you double it, you're usually close. So
I'm gonna have to remember that one, Bill.
Yeah.
That could be very handy to me.
That's why when I buy appliances or whatever, I write on the side of them the date we installed it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what my dad did.
It's
Oh,
interesting you
everything.
say that, Sue, because we got a new water heater and the plumber actually did it out with the Sharpie. He put right on a date installed,
Yeah.
whether it was a 10-year unit, and I did it to my fire extinguishers, just
Oh,
the
yeah.
day that I I put them in because again, they're only good for so long.
I just
Um,
got my water heater replaced for free. I mean, I
How's
had
that?
to pay for installation because I did that, because I wrote the date that they installed it the last time.
Really?
Yep,
Wow.
Were you under New England water heater, Sue?
no, it was
Oh,
something,
because I
it was a
we
Reams.
got ours replaced.
It was
Yeah.
a Reams, and Al had installed the last one, and it started leaking the day that it was wicked cold out.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And Al found a vendor that would replace it for free.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So write the dates on things.
Yeah. With that plan, I didn't see much of a problem, Billy. They're just gonna put a garage off up to the shed or something.
Well, this
there.
is the existing conditions, and if Sue jumps to sheet 4, I think that shows the proposed garage addition.
Yeah, because that garage doesn't exist.
Hold on.
Yep, so you can see that proposed addition. So there's an increase in,
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I
Yeah.
was reversed. Sorry.
There we go, yeah.
so you can see everything's away from the septic and well.
Yep.
There is increased flow to system, but again, beneath the design approval.
Why is it increased, Billy? Just because?
I think they're adding, well, if we go back to that letter that Seth wrote, page 1 there.
Yeah,
I think it lists
that's
the
all right.
increase in, yeah, just scroll just a bit. You can compare the existing flow, 2 bedrooms, 3,000 plus or minus square foot of office. So
They're
they're
looking to double their office space.
right. They're almost doubling the office space, which is increasing the flow. Yep.
Oh,
But it-
okay, okay.
So again, all we need here is whether or not the board would require a Title V inspection for that increase in flow to the existing system. The Title V that's on record now, I think the engineer said was like from 2004, so it's quite outdated.
I would say it's a good time for a Title V.
All right, so I'll say that.
There's a major transition going on here. Just kind of
Yes.
makes sense. Do it now.
Yep. And also the I'm sure the value of the building permit would trigger the need for us to look at the tanks, but the tanks are adequate. But I think a Title V inspection is wise to make sure that the system's working with that type of investment.
Right. Right.
Right.
It's like somebody renovating a home for $100,000. We look at the septic
Yeah.
system as well.
Yep.
You know, same
Yep,
thing.
exactly. All right, we'll get those comments together.
Okay.
The Coburn Road, I did not have a chance to look at that revised plan, so I'm going to bump that to next meeting under permits.
Okay.
That's on the right, Billy, right after the corner, that flat one all done up, or? on the
Well,
left?
it's right after CSI there, Curtis. If
Yep.
you're heading
Yes,
up
yep.
Randall.
Yep,
Yep.
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 They got it all cleared. and It's
Yes.
pretty nice looking lot, yeah. Geez, he's putting another big one down over the hill there, huh, Billy?
The end of
Uh,
Powers
To
Road.
come- Yeah, on the Powers Road end, huh?
Yep.
Good size garage and house, huh? Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't been by there since we tested the
Oh, yeah,
well.
it's big. It's big.
yeah, they noticed, they said, wow, he's putting together a pretty good thing there.
Yes. So then just 2 tobacco permits, Berlin Auto Service, 51 West Street, and Egnalt's Liquors, 264 West Street. Those shook loose through those reminder letters that I sent.
Yep.
I think General Store might be the only outstanding. If that's the case, we may have to send a little stronger letter certified. And I think the River Road Liquor Store is choosing maybe not to sell, but again, we got to verify that.
Did they
Yeah.
ever pay their fine?
I don't know.
Nope.
No.
Not
No?
the one for the second.
The
fine?
second, yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy who was in Colorado and said he's not gonna sell tobacco.
That doesn't
That's-
matter. I mean, it's,
Right, but no, and we have no real recourse unless we put a lien on the property.
Yeah, unless Joan can advise us, I don't know what else you
Right.
could do.
Yeah, because I
There you
emailed
go,
Joan and
right.
she reiterated.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
really?
There's
Okay.
really nothing we could do
Yep.
except lien the property, which is, I don't know.
I don't know.
And then it costs us
I
money.
like the idea, but it costs us money to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Over
then after
2
20
grand or whatever the fine is.
And it may
Right.
go away after 20 years too. I'm not sure, depending on if it's in execution or whatever.
Okay,
If it's a
If
lien, it
you're,
may be different.
If
Yeah.
you're in the area, I'll do the same. Maybe pop in, just make sure they're not selling.
good
Okay.
'Cause if
idea.
they're selling right now, they don't have a valid
Yeah.
permit and they would still owe us that fine.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're talking, that's the River Bridge.
Yep.
I think it's the Bond Coffee, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure what they call the actual outfit there.
It's something cafe that
Yeah.
Okay,
Matt,
Red Pine Cafe.
the brother Matt is more involved in,
Yep.
I believe.
Because the nori is pretty good over there. Yeah.
What is?
Well, the shell, everybody calls it the shell, but it's not a shell anymore. Don't try to use your shell card because it's Noria. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep. So those are at the office, Paul, for your signature at your convenience.
Okay,
And 147 Coburn Road, Title V inspection is a pass.
okay.
They just did work on that house, Billy. Is that the one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all right. You don't have to look. If it's a pass, it's a pass.
Yep.
What else? I guess that's all we have for Bill.
yep, I believe so.
Paul, take it or leave it. What's the status
Opening,
on that?
opening April 8th. Glad you mentioned that, Sue. It would be good to put that online, but I wouldn't want to put it online for a week or two. I'd let the place open, soft opening, because I think there's a lot of pent up winter collections. with people looking for places to bring them. And I
And
don't want to inundate our volunteers there.
Now, I've got something. I've got a porcelain doll head and a soft body. Gonna bring it down.
And we've had a foot of snow on April 1st before, so.
Yeah, I know. But
90,
because of
97.
volunteer commitments, we couldn't open for
Right.
April 1st. They're using that weekend to make sure the place is cleaned up inside and ready for business, and then open the 8th. And all the volunteers, thanks to Roger Bradley, who's just
Yep.
jumped in. He's talked to all the volunteers, everybody's online, so things look
that's
good.
been working out really good. Yeah.
There've been a lot of people asking for it during the winter, because it was mild winter, and it's like,
Right.
so, other than that.
Anything coming
Bill,
down the
we,
pipe, Billy?
we thank you. We're all set.
All right.
We'll be talking.
No, Paul, no, Bob, just that Lancaster Road lot, just see what that looks like next time it's submitted. It's really the
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing. And also, I guess Paul and I need to speak to Kristen about town council's involvement, because I think it's really time to take care of Bellevue Road. It's going to be year 3 this June, so it's time to get rid of those vehicles.
I gave her a heads up a couple weeks ago that we would be talking to her, so
Yep.
I'll set something up.
Okay, sounds good.
Very good.
All right, have a good
Okay.
night.
Bye.
You as
You
well.
too, Billy.
Any other new projects? I'm gonna keep bringing this up every week.
Just, you were gonna speak about the stickers. You
I
did contact them. Bill?
We got a quote for,
Okay.
I think it was $422 plus shipping for, what we asked for, 900.
900, I think.
900.
And last year we paid $885 for 1,000. So that's a really, it's half. Let's,
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah.
so we're gonna do that.
Do you want me to go ahead and place the order? Or tell them to order?
Paul, I think so. I'd like to get them in and make
It's
sure.
always a good idea. I mean, something like that where we have had some problems in the past. Let's get the material in here just so we can put an eyeball on it. It's probably
Okay.
fine, but.
All right, and the
we're
color's
gonna spend
green
the money
again.
Sooner or later on it, and.
No,
Okay.
we need a different color.
Oh, because we've been doing red, green, red, green, red, green. So said what color and I said green. Do we want to
Oh,
do
all
something
right.
else?
Because last year was red.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean-
I never look at the back of my vans.
okay.
Do
'Cause
they
I
ever
don't know.
offer any other colors?
I can ask him, but one time they tried another color and the color faded. Was that,
Oh, okay.
was
yeah,
that a yellow or something?
yeah,
that
could
really
very well
washed
be.
out? And
Yeah,
that was the other,
some colors are more subject to fading than others.
right, and that was the other vendor. I mean, I can ask him.
No,
I mean,
I was just curious. No,
Okay,
no,
'cause
Yeah, right.
that's-
You could ask just for the heck of it to know what they have, you know?
yeah, because I was thinking we could even go blue or
Blue.
something. I
That
don't
would
know.
be different.
All right, I'll see if we can do blue. All right,
But Bob, that
Now-
was a very good find.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
homework.
they do like, 4 other towns about our size. That's where
Yeah.
I came up with it.
right.
What about receipt?
did
books?
anybody, I'm sorry, I gotta jump in here for a moment and forgive
Go
me,
ahead.
but did anybody call any of those other 4 towns? Get a
No,
reference?
no,
I did.
In,
I mean,
in
I
the
got it
future,
from-
we should think about that sort of thing, at least calling 1 or 2.
okay, because I know
Yeah, well,
I mean,
Harvard.
the fact that they print for 4 is definitely a good sign. I'm not
right,
saying
Yeah.
anything negative about them, but in the process of doing business, you want to check that once in a while.
okay,
Well,
Now,
Stowe,
we-
you could even ask them, Donna. I'm not sure if they do pickup, but they might go through the same company even, but.
yeah.
I know Bolton does, Harvard, Sudbury.
Is
maybe Wayland,
Bolton
but-
gonna do something new this year, though?
Yeah,
I-
you
I
buy a
thought it-
sticker in and you're buying bag stickers.
Yeah, I thought it
And
was
they're
something.
selling bags, so
Okay,
it's a big thing to get into, if you want to get into that.
Matter of fact, we got an email at the Board of Health, or it came to me from
Yeah, I forwarded it to you
company
guys.
Waste Zero.
yep.
So
Oh, I
put a-
saw- yeah.
put a call into the guy
Oh, okay,
because I don't know how we could get our sticker fee down to $75 a person.
No, yeah, we'll have to
I
do some
mean,
dig on it.
I really kind of knowing the business. I really want to hear what this guy has to say because it would
Right.
be, might be very enlightening for me, but it sounds very unrealistic.
right, yeah. Yeah, and I did, I sent, like, asked for a quote for the receipt books too. The
Oh,
ones,
okay,
like the
yeah,
3 ones with the 2, yeah, so we'll have to see what he comes back, and then I'll have to figure out what we paid last year too,
Okay.
so.
Now, Earth Day is coming up. It's next month. Should we be planning on adding, having 2
Oh.
guys on Earth Day?
I'm glad you brought that one up, Sue. I
Bulk
know
pickup.
AJ is involved in Earth Day. He's talked to Stan. I've talked to Stan. I was with AJ and Stan for a little while. I believe Louise Roseberry is also pretty much involved. And what AJ and Stan were talking about is where, when the yellow bags come into the transfer station,
Right.
do we throw them right into a compactor? AJ had the idea, I believe it was AJ, I don't know, one of the guys, not me, had the idea of, if they're all yellow bags, just bringing them all in to create a photo op of, this is the roadside trash that we picked up on Earth Day. And I kind of like that idea, because it could be set up, say, right in front of the open top, have an empty open top, so that just the yellow bags go in. And yeah, I know it's not the most efficient thing, but have that hauled, so we end up with a data point in terms of how many tons of trash did we pick up off the side of the road on Earth Day?
No, it may, you have to see how much they show up with.
Yeah.
It
Well,
may not be, you know, you
Well,
might.
yeah, but I mean, if it's a half a
Big pile.
container, if it's a half a container or so, I'd be tempted to have it hauled. You know,
Right.
if it's
Um,
a small
if-
amount, no, I agree, Sue, yeah. No.
Well, if they usually haul it in the dump truck to the town from uptown, Paul, is that how we've been doing it, or has Phil done it? But both of them have, I guess.
I really don't know how that's worked, Bobby.
In the
Um,
past, we just threw it all in the compactor.
No, but how did it
Yeah,
get to the transfer station, I think is what he's
Yeah.
asking.
People
'Cause
were
they used to
dropping
bring-
the bags off, as far as I know.
Right, and there are people that go out and pick up bags and they bring them in their
Yeah.
cars or whatever, I guess, yeah.
I think the highway department was picking up bags last year, that were left, they came, but a nice bulky looking, a couple ton of, trash does show that what mess we're picking up,
Mhm, mhm.
and it's adding to our, credibility.
Well, it just helps delineate the finances, if
Yeah.
nothing else, you know.
Right,
Hey,
right.
we're responsible for this, but it wasn't created by us or by the town. It just,
Right.
one of those things that happens. Trash.
and
On the
then,
side,
yeah.
on the side of the road. What?
And then because I like to spend the money before the very end of the year,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up, we need to check our fire extinguishers and see the last time they were updated, replaced, or recharged, or whatever is done to them.
They don't automatically go in there like the highway bond and stuff like they used to, huh?
No,
Okay, because
There's,
that
there's
used to be
usually a
part,
tag on them with
Yeah.
the date,
We
the
need
month
to
and
check
year.
that and,
Right.
this is good. Things are coming back to me that I should have remembered and didn't, but Stan asked me about the porta potty and what the cost of that was. Because in his mind, he sees their truck coming in more often than needed. And there might be an opportunity to save some dollars there.
$215?
I believe 215. And we were waiting for the guy here in Clinton to get an approved for the Neshoba Board of Health, but I haven't heard anything.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
and we
the service frequency is the key point, and that's every other week? Once a week?
I thought it was monthly, but now I'm gonna have to double check.
Would you double check on that? And
Yeah.
Let me know, please.
Yeah, and I heard CSI was half the price.
Really? Are they on our list? Neshoba?
Don't know.
Oh, they should
I
be,
have a
yeah,
list.
they must be on the showbiz list because they're
Yeah.
putting in systems all over the place.
Okay,
Right.
yeah,
And the reason I know is because the community garden used them. And
oh, right,
they were complaining the bill was like $95, and I'm like, the transfer station, we're paying $215. What are you complaining about?
all right,
So,
I'll start looking into that because we got a lot of pushback from the previous employees that didn't want to switch services. Yes, you
We
like how
learned our
I did that? Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I did. That was nicely handled, and
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
a new reality now. So
Yeah, and I'll check, I'll see if I can get in touch with Pleasant View again, because they were the ones in town that I've dealt with,
Oh,
not
okay.
porta potties, but they were gonna get on the Neshoba list, but I had a list, I may double check.
okay,
And then if CSI, then I'll start getting quotes.
Okay,
great.
So,
so I just trying to keep us
CSI is willing
moving
to work with them
forward.
pretty well.
Yep,
What, Sue?
I said, I'm just trying to keep us moving
Oh, yeah,
forward. Fire
absolutely.
distinguishers, porta potty,
yep. Yep, and I'll-
Signage, Paul, did you come up with a list of signage or anything we may need?
We've got one sign out being re-lettered, and when that one comes back, one of the other ones, they're adding
Yeah.
the two new DEP things, textiles and
yeah, it's some
Yeah.
weird thing,
Very
mattresses.
good.
yeah,
Oh,
So you
Yeah.
got that under control? Yep.
And I
Good job.
expected a call back today about when our mattress container is supposed to come in. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be almost any time now. Which was
Good.
ordered last summer.
Yeah.
Talk about
And you
supply
spoke to
chain.
Fred about a spot for that. You spoke to Fred about a spot for
Yep,
that, right,
yep.
Paul? Yep,
When I was with
very
him
good.
today.
good.
okay. Well, I think that's a good amount for a week.
Yep,
I'm sure I'll come up with more things next time.
yeah.
counting on it, Sue, counting
And there were a
on it.
lot of bills
Oh.
this particular pay cycle or whatever. Did you get a chance to sign that, Paul? The bill schedule, because it was a doozy.
I think I did, but I'm gonna be in there tomorrow at some point,
Okay.
so I'll double check.
Yeah, because I know
I
Bobby.
signed one the other.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and
the
we
other
added
day,
more.
but If you got
a
another one,
lot.
let me know.
That's a huge, huge, huge bill, but we did a lot of things, like the light bulbs and the batteries
Right.
and the tires, all the stuff, so,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There's some big ticket vendor things.
Oh, yeah. lots of good
Good.
stuff. So,
All right, do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
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 Just jump right in, folks.
We're just
And,
saving you.